Across the vast expanse of time, mythologies have forged the world. From the depths of chaos to the flames of distant realms, every culture has woven tales of gods, heroes, and celestial wonders. Welcome to Myth2Myth, your mythological portal. Subscribe for more epic journeys. Visit myth2myth.com and discover all our products. Before Titans reigned and Olympus rose skyward, there was chaos, a boundless void, neither darkness nor light, where nothing held shape yet everything pulsed with possibility. Imagine an abyss where silence breathes, each breath a promise of stars yet unborn. Shadows drift like cosmic veils, flickering with hints of worlds not yet molded. In this hush, a single pulse trembles, a silent drumbeat summoning existence. From chaos's formless depths emerge primordial forces destined to carve eternity. Gaia, who shall cradle mountains and seas; Tartarus, an abyss beneath all abysmal things; Eros, whose spark weaves unity among scattered dust; and Nyx, whose velvet night shall birth both terror and splendor. But there is more secrets whispered by Orphic hymns of Chronos and Anankê, encircling chaos with time's coils, birthing the cosmic egg from which Phanes blazes forth. And beyond, ancient Pelasgian chants speak of Eurynome dancing over silver waves, entwined by Ophion, the primordial serpent. Hear now the music of the void, a deep, resonant hum swelling with cosmic breath, strings trembling like starlight breaking dawn. This is the beginning where silence births infinity. Silence reigned where chaos held sway, a silence so profound that stars seemed but echoes of a distant future. Chaos was not merely darkness, it was a living void, pulsing with the breath of hidden creation. No sky arched above, nor earth lay below. Only a vast sea of shadows and possibilities churned. Wisps of unseen force twisted through the gloom, seeking shape. Chaos throbbed like a colossal heart, unseen yet felt, each pulse whispering that eternity waited to awaken. Hesiod called chaos the first to exist, not empty, but brimming with potential not yet formed. Here lay the promise of Gaia, Tartarus, and all that was to come. This was a realm where silence breathed and darkness dreamed, a stage upon which the cosmos would be born. Chaos was cradle to both terror and wonder, where time itself lay dormant, trembling on the brink of awakening. From chaos's unfathomed depths, substance awoke. Gaia arose, vast and eternal, the first to defy chaos's formless reign. Her body spread into valleys, hills, and fertile plains. Mountains surged skyward like ancient sentinels. Rivers flowed through emerald slopes. Forests whispered secrets to winds not yet born. She was more than mere earth. She was certainty given shape. Hesiod named her the foundation of all, the primal mother destined to cradle gods and mortals alike. As Gaia expanded, chaos seemed to retreat, giving way to boundaries and contours where none existed before. Beneath her gentle surface rumbled volcanoes, seas yet unborn murmured within her depths. Her eyes, deep as tranquil lakes, reflected secrets of realms waiting to be revealed. Thus Gaia emerged, a steadfast anchor in the cosmic sea, poised to shape the destiny of all things to come. Yet as Gaia rose, so too did a force of darkness. Beneath all things, Tartarus stirred, a chasm deep and brooding, darker than any mortal night. Tartarus was not merely emptiness, but a living abyss whose depths swallowed both light and sound. Jagged walls loomed like silent guardians, their edges veiled in shifting shadows. Hesiod called Tartarus kin to Gaia, yet utterly opposite. Where Gaia built, Tartarus devoured. Where Gaia nurtured, Tartarus concealed. His presence reminded all that the cosmos, though born of chaos, would forever harbor mysteries beyond sight. Within Tartarus echoed distant roars and whispers, too ancient for mortal tongues. He was chaos's lingering secret, a realm that neither Eros's warmth nor Gaia's solidity could banish. Thus Tartarus arose, an eternal abyss poised to guard the universe's shadows. Out of the hush where chaos held dominion came a shimmer of golden light. Eros emerged, radiant and winged, gliding effortlessly through the void. He was not merely a god of mortal desire, he was the primordial force of connection, the spark that bound scattered atoms into worlds. Hesiod counted Eros among the first, born alongside chaos and Gaia, his presence essential for the shaping of all things. His eyes glowed like twin stars, each glance a promise of unions, yet unknown. Eros kindled bonds between matter and spirit, weaving unseen threads that would one day form heavens, seas, and mortal flesh. His wings stirred silent breezes across chaos's gloom, scattering embers of potential. He was passion without form, love without object, a cosmic impulse yearning to bridge the chasm between separation and oneness. Thus, Eros moved within the void, a herald of creation's tender yet unstoppable power. From chaos's shifting dark arose Erebus, a shadow given breath robed in velvety night. Erebus was not simple darkness, but the essence of shadow itself, a quiet dominion woven through the void. His gaze smoldered like coals hidden beneath black velvet, and his form seemed both substantial and vaporous. Hesiod declared Erebus kin to chaos, a primordial spirit whose touch cloaked the newborn cosmos in mystery. He drifted like fog across chaos's realm, enfolding spaces yet unnamed, lending depth to Gaia's burgeoning contours. He uttered no sound, yet his silence carried weight. Erebus stood as the keeper of secrets, a force reminding all that even within light, darkness lingers. His presence was both comfort and caution, a signal that the cosmos would forever be half in shadow, half in light. Thus, Erebus moved unseen, a silent testament to the shadows from which all creation sprang. Alongside Erebus glided Nyx, sovereign of night, veiled in starlit darkness. Her hair streamed like raven silk, dusted with faint glimmers of hidden constellations. Nyx was not mere absence of light, she was the living embodiment of night's majesty, both gentle and terrible. Hesiod hailed her as Chaos's daughter, sister to Erebus, as potent as she was radiant. Her silent footfalls rippled across the void, each step unfurling velvet darkness studded with silver sparks. Nyx's eyes shimmered with secrets no sunbeam could unveil, her voice a hush that silenced the primal storm. While Erebus was the veil, Nyx was its artistry, shaping the night into a realm of possibility. In her presence, chaos grew softer, as though soothed by her eternal embrace. She bore within her the seeds of destinies yet unknown, poised to give birth to powers that would shape both divine and mortal realms. Thus, Nyx reigned, the silent queen of a cosmos still finding its form. From the union of Erebus and Nyx, twin glows awakened in the gloom. First came Aether, a luminous veil draping the void in shimmering radiance. His light was not harsh like stars, but soft as an unseen dawn, casting gentle glow over Gaia's young contours. Hesiod called him the pure upper air, essence of divine breath. Lifting his arms high, Aether let silvery beams cascade from his palms, whispering, "Let light embrace the newborn world." Beside him stepped Hemera, radiant and golden, day incarnate. Her hair blazed like sunlit rivers, her eyes sparkling with the promise of worlds waking from darkness. She was light's answer to Nyx's shadow, born to usher day where night had ruled. With a bright voice, Hemera proclaimed, "I bring the day where the night has reigned." As Aether rose, he parted Erebus's gloom. As Hemera strode forth, she lifted Nyx's veil. Together they were the balance, light and shadow, dawn and dusk. Their presence marked a turning in chaos's tide, hinting that the cosmos would one day pulse with rhythm and time. Thus, Aether and Hemera stood, children of night, heralds of illumination in the primeval void. Gaia's fertile spirit stirred once more, her vast body trembling with purpose. From her flanks rose the Ourea, the mighty mountains, thrusting skyward like titanic pillars, their peaks shrouded in swirling mists. crags split open, birthing spires of stone etched with veins of silver and gold. Each mountain breathed with silent vitality, standing as sentinels of the newborn world. Hesiod named them Gaia's children, conceived without consort, summoned solely from her will. Their summits glistened with dew caught from Aether's gentle light, while their roots plunged into Tartarus's silent depths. Valleys yawned between these towering forms, giving shape to secret places where future gods might roam. The Ourea were more than rock. They were Gaia's ribs, holding the sky above and anchoring the realm below. Thus, Gaia stood surrounded by her stony offspring, a queen enthroned upon a land she had forged from chaos itself. As Gaia's mountains reached toward the heavens, her yearning turned seaward. From her depths, she summoned Pontos, the primordial sea. A vast tide unfurled across chaos's dark plains, rolling in waves of shimmering silver and frothing azure foam. Hesiod spoke of Pontos as Gaia's son, a force older than the gods of storm and ocean. Pontos churned with silent power, a living entity whose tides whispered secrets to stone. His swell caressed Gaia's newly formed shores, sculpting caverns, cliffs, and hidden bays. Each wave bore the scent of salt and mystery, hinting at creatures yet unimagined. He was both serenity and fury, the calm of mirrored depths and the tempest's roar. His depths held shadows that rivaled Tartarus, while his surface glittered under Aether's glow. Thus, Pontos rose beside Gaia, herald of a realm where chaos gave way to rhythm, and the abyss learned to dance with the light. Yet the sea wore many faces. Beside Pontos rose Thalassa, a gentler tide shimmering under dawn's tender glow. Where Pontos surged with primordial ferocity, Thalassa ebbed in graceful whispers, her waves tracing delicate patterns over Gaia's newborn shores. Some poets claimed Thalassa was Pontos's consort, others saw her as his daughter. Hesiod did not speak of her directly, but later hymns sang of her as the personification of the sea's calmer spirit. Her hair flowed like liquid silver, and tiny fish darted among her tresses as living jewels. Softly singing, Thalassa extended her hand to touch the surface, sending ripples that glowed like stars upon the sea. "I cradle all life yet to come," she murmured, her voice blending with the waves. She hummed softly, her voice mingling with breezes that carried salt and promise. Thalassa embodied the nurturing embrace of waters, cradling life yet unborn. While Pontos ruled the depths, Thalassa caressed the shallows, her tides rising and falling like the breath of the cosmos. Thus, Thalassa glided across the world's edge, a serene sovereign poised between chaos and calm. In the dim reaches of Orphic memory, a new presence coiled into being. Chronos, the primordial time, spun through chaos as an endless serpent, his shimmering scales a cascade of silver and gold. Older than even chaos, he moved with measured rhythm, each ripple marking seconds none could count. Orphic hymns spoke of Chronos as the architect of duration, whose motion pressed chaos into shape. He uttered no word, for time speaks in turns and cycles, not in voices. His coils wrapped the void, squeezing its boundlessness into a seed of order. Sparks of starlight glinted along his sinuous form as he turned. He was not Chronos, king of Titans, but an entity far more ancient, time itself, unbounded yet inevitable. Thus, Chronos slithered through the primal darkness, heralding a cosmos destined to pulse in measured beats. Twined around Chronos moved Anankê, necessity incarnate. She glided alongside him, her presence regal and unyielding, veiled in folds of dark silk threaded with golden streaks. Her eyes blazed like stars fixed in resolute paths, and around her arms coiled serpents symbolizing cycles that none could break. Orphic poets declared Anankê the law-binding chaos, a power shaping destinies even the gods would one day obey. Where Chronos measured time, Anankê imposed order, ensuring that no whim of chaos could stray beyond fate's decree. She hovered close to Chronos, tightening the coils that compressed the primal void. The cosmos itself seemed to tremble under her silent decree. In her gaze lay the certainty that nothing born of chaos would ever escape her grasp. Thus, Anankê glided through the shadows, a sovereign presence whose will tempered the infinite. He, amidst Chronos' spiraling coils and Anankê's solemn vigilance, a wonder blossomed, the cosmic egg. Suspended in the void, it gleamed like a perfect gem, its shell aglow with hues of silver, bronze, and opal. Orphic hymns revered it as the seed of all creation, formed from time's compression and necessity's decree. Its smooth surface pulsed gently, as though the cosmos itself drew breath within. Bands of golden light wound around its girth, whispering secrets of worlds yet unseen. The egg held within it all stars, seas, mountains, and gods in their embryonic state, a singular vessel, cradling both chaos and order. Chronos circled it endlessly, while Anankê pressed it into form. Light glimmered from hidden cracks, hinting at a brilliance struggling to break free. Thus the cosmic egg floated amidst darkness, poised on the brink of hatching the universe entire. A crack split the shell and brilliance poured into the void. From the cosmic egg burst Phanes, the primordial light, radiant and strange. His form shimmered in hues of gold and silver, his wings aglow like molten dawn. Eyes aflame with countless stars, he gazed upon chaos's remnants with knowing serenity. Orphic hymns hailed Phanes as Protogonos, the firstborn, whose presence illuminated darkness, revealing the cosmos in its hidden design. He held a scepter entwined with serpents, symbols of wisdom and eternity. His voice, though rarely heard, thrummed with power potent enough to mold existence. As he spread his wings, night fled before his glow. His radiance infused Gaia, awoke hidden seeds within Tartarus, and stirred the pulse of Eros anew. Phanes was not merely light, but understanding, the mind's spark awakening the silent void. Thus, Phanes shone forth, the first deity to bring vision and purpose to the primeval darkness. Chaos, once a void of swirling shadows, now throbbed with the rhythm of new life. Gaia's hills rose firm, Tartarus brooded below, and Phanes' radiance spilled like liquid gold. Yet chaos had not vanished. It lingered, now woven into the cosmos's pulse. Across vast distances, echoes of Orphic hymns hummed, threads of Chronos' time merging with Anankê's lore. Chaos was no longer an enemy, but a hidden reservoir of possibility. Stars glimmered like eyes peering through the void, hinting that even emptiness held secrets worth preserving. In the stillness, a deeper truth dawned. Chaos had not been conquered, but transformed. Its silence was now the breath between cosmic heartbeats, its darkness the canvas for galaxies yet unborn. Thus chaos endured, a quiet witness to the cosmos unfolding. Beyond Hesiod's lines, another vision shimmered into view, the Pelasgian memory of Eurynome. From chaos's endless waters rose a figure gleaming silver blue, her limbs fluid as moonlight on waves. She was Eurynome, goddess of all things, born from the wind that breathed over the primeval sea. Pausanias preserved whispers of her story, telling how she danced upon chaos's waters, her bare feet leaving ripples that glowed like starlight. Her hair streamed behind her, a flowing river alive with phosphorescent fish, while her laughter rang like distant bells. Eurynome was not merely goddess, but creatrix, weaving order from watery chaos. She gestured, and currents shifted. She sang, and horizons widened. Hers was a dance older than mountains, older than even Gaia's first breath. Thus, Eurynome rose, poised to sculpt the cosmos through movement and grace. From beneath chaos's liquid depths coiled Ophion, the cosmic serpent. His scales glimmered with jade and onyx, shifting like oil upon water. Drawn to Eurynome's luminous dance, he rose in sinuous spirals, his body wrapping around her slender form. Ancient hymns spoke of Ophion as the first partner, his essence entwining with Eurynome's creativity. Together, They spun upon the waters, a vortex of divine energy stirring the ocean into swirling masses. His eyes shone with emerald fire, both fierce and gentle, as though containing secrets older than the stars. As he encircled Eurynome, their union birthed the great cosmic egg, a sphere of radiant light trembling upon the waters. Thus, Ophion became the axis upon which the newborn universe would one day turn, his coils defining the shape of all that would follow. Upon the primal sea, Eurynome and Ophion danced a circle, their bodies weaving spirals of silver and gold. Each twist of their movements churned chaos's dark waters into luminous foam, where stars sparked into existence like seeds cast upon fertile fields. From their union formed the cosmic egg, which Ophion coiled around 7 times. As Eurynome broke the egg open, rivers of light spilled forth, birthing sky, earth, sun, and moon. Pausanias preserved this myth, distinct yet harmonious with other cosmogonies, where Eurynome's dance was the shaping hand of creation. The Pelasgian vision held no conflict between gods, only a choreography of becoming. Sea and sky, serpent and goddess, all danced in unity. Thus the cosmos bloomed from waves and motion, a testament that chaos could yield beauty through divine art. As the cosmic egg hatched under both Orphic and Pelasgian visions, a unified cosmos glimmered into shape. Phanes radiated knowledge and light. Eurynome wove the sea's dance into the stars. Though their stories diverged, they shared a single truth: that chaos was not a void to be destroyed, but the soil of all becoming. Orphic hymns and Pelasgian chants converged, singing of serpents coiling through time, goddesses dancing upon waves, and light erupting from shadow. The new cosmos trembled with possibility, each myth a thread in the grand tapestry. Gaia's mountains stood firm, Pontos surged below, and Nyx draped velvet darkness over dawn's glow. All forces, from Hesiod to Orphic to Pelasgian, intertwined into one cosmic melody. Thus the myths harmonized, revealing a universe born not of conflict, but of interwoven creation. Though worlds unfurled in radiant splendor, chaos persisted, hidden yet essential. No matter how brilliant Phanes' glow or how elegant Eurynome's dance, chaos remained the quiet reservoir from which all arose. It dwelled behind the stars, beneath Tartarus, within Gaia's silent core. Even the cosmic egg bore chaos's echo, for its shell once enclosed pure formlessness. Now fractured into myriad realms, those fragments still carried chaos's pulse, a hum beneath existence's clamor. Chaos was the space between Nyx's stars, the hush before Hemera's dawn. Scholars like Burkert saw chaos not as evil, but as potential, the canvas on which all stories would be painted. Thus, chaos endured, a silent force ensuring that the cosmos, though ordered, would never cease to dream. And so the cosmos inhaled its first breath. From chaos's twilight emerged mountains, seas, light, night, and love. Phanes shone as the mind behind creation. Eurynome twirled as its sculptor. Ophion bound it all in serpentine embrace. The void was now a living rhythm, pulsing with order and possibility alike. Gaia stood resolute, her shoulders supporting valleys and peaks. Tartarus waited in quiet depths. Eros glided on soft wings, kindling unseen ties. Aether glowed above, Hemera's laughter scattering night. Nyx remained ever watchful, keeper of secrets yet untold. The universe was neither purely light nor shadow, but a shimmering balance of both. Thus was born the realm of gods, titans and mortals, destined for struggles and glories yet undreamed. The breath of creation sighed through the void, a whisper that the tale of chaos had merely begun. Above the now ordered realm, invisible threads shimmered in the void. The Moirai, though not yet named by Hesiod for this age, hovered as silent potential, prefiguring destiny's rule over gods and mortals alike. Even as Gaia anchored land, and Tartarus yawned below, forces of fate wove unseen patterns across the cosmos. Phanes glided through darkness, his light shaping hidden geometries. Eurynome's dance whispered in the waves, while Chronos and Anankê traced endless circles of necessity. Though the Olympians were yet unborn, the seeds of destiny lay scattered like stardust. Chaos watched in quiet satisfaction. It knew that while form triumphed today, fate would one day unravel all. Thus, the first cosmic tapestry began to form, its thread spun from chaos's silent loom. Across the vault of existence, Eros swept like a warm breeze, his wings casting golden trails through the darkness. He kissed Gaia's hills and stirred Pontos's tides, igniting hidden currents in stone and sea. Stars blinked awake where his touch passed, as though the void itself blushed at his presence. Eros was no mere god of passion, he was the lifeblood of creation, the rhythm that bound every disparate thing. Hesiod had placed him at the dawn, and even as realms took shape, his essence surged anew, rekindling chaos's primordial pulse. From the swirling darkness, unseen bonds stretched between Gaia and Tartarus, Aether and Nyx, forging invisible bridges of balance. Thus Eros flew on, carrying chaos's secret that all things, no matter how divided, yearned to join as one. In the hush that followed Phanes' radiance, Gaia stood solemn, surveying the new world. Her mountains gleamed under Aether's glow, while seas whispered along her shores. Though creation flourished, Gaia's eyes retained the deep quiet of chaos's void. She sensed the stirrings of future unions, destinies poised to burst forth. Yet she guarded the stillness within, as if chaos lingered in her core. Volcanoes simmered in her belly, forests sighed with secrets carried from the abyss. She was both mother and mystery, cradle and coffin, poised between what was and what would be. Gaia's silence was not absence but vigilance, a promise that the cosmos would endure. Thus she stood watchful, the living testament that even as life unfurled, chaos's echo would forever hum beneath creation's song. Deep beneath Gaia's fertile skin, Tartarus brooded in eternal shadow. The chasm remained untouched by Phanes' golden beams, untouched even by Eros's gentle winds. Its darkness pulsed like a hidden wound, preserving chaos's oldest secrets. Hesiod had called Tartarus kin to Gaia, yet he was her eternal opposite. Where she embraced life, Tartarus preserved oblivion. In his cavernous depths echoed faint moans and laughter from things unnamed, shadows yet unborn, monsters waiting to emerge in future tales. Tartarus was the undercurrent of all existence, the dark balance to the cosmos's shining face. Though forgotten by many who would worship Olympus, he would soon play host to Titans cast from the sky. Thus, Tartarus lay silent and patient, the last untouched shrine of chaos's primal night. As Aether's glow dimmed toward the edges of creation, Nyx unfurled her cloak of star-strewn night. She moved with regal grace, draping shadows across mountains and seas, softening the cosmos's brilliance with her soothing dusk. Her veil was not absence, but shelter, a refuge for dreams and secrets. She passed among Gaia's forests and over Pontos's waves, leaving silver paths glinting like starlight on dark water. Even Phanes' radiance seemed to bow before her sovereign calm. Yet within Nyx's mantle glimmered the promise of dawn, for her darkness held the seed of Hemera's return. Thus, Nyx completed the cosmic rhythm, reminding all that chaos's night and cosmic order's light were but two sides of one eternal breath. And so the cosmos stood whole, trembling on the edge of future myths. Mountains clawed the sky, seas swelled with hidden life, stars flared in their high vaults, charting the destinies of gods yet unborn. Chaos, though silent, endured in every breath of creation. Phanes hovered at the world's edge, a beacon of insight. Eurynome's dance faded into legend, her ripples still shaping unseen currents. Chronos ticked unseen moments forward, while Anankê held the laws that none could escape. Even as peace reigned, the cosmos awaited new players. Uranos would rise, Gaia would again stir, and the seeds of conflict lay coiled in the hush between heartbeats. Thus, the cosmos gleamed under Chaos's hidden gaze, complete yet yearning for stories yet untold. In the final hush, Chaos exhaled one last time, a breath that rippled across the stars. The silence hummed with the weight of futures unseen. Gaia's valleys whispered of skies yet to form. Tartarus's depths rustled with the secrets of monstrous children. Eros lingered above all, his wings stirring the cosmic winds as if urging creation onward. Phanes dimmed slightly, casting one last knowing glance across the newborn realm. Even Nyx paused, listening, as though she too sensed the approach of destiny. For beyond this moment lay new stories. Uranos would ascend, Gaia would feel the burden of children hidden, and Chronos' shadow already grew long upon the horizon. Thus, Chaos faded into quiet watchfulness as the cosmos braced for its next great chapter. Thus ends the tale of Chaos, where silence dreamed and from which the cosmos rose. From a void both fearful and wondrous came Gaia, firm and nurturing, Tartarus, deep and secret, Eros, blazing with union's spark, and Nyx, whose velvet night birthed both light and shadow. Aether glimmered above, Hemera strode with daylight's promise, and beneath all, Chaos remained, the silent wellspring of all possibility. We have witnessed Chronos and Anankê binding the void into a cosmic egg, from which Phanes burst forth in radiant glory. We have glimpsed Eurynome's dance across Chaos's waters, Ophion coiling to shape worlds unseen. These myths, though different in tongue and hymn, sing one eternal song, that from chaos all things spring, and in chaos all things remain. But the story is far from over. Beyond this dawn stirs Uranos, destined to rise from Gaia's yearning, and with him comes both union and the seeds of cosmic rebellion. The loom of fate spins on, weaving threads that shall soon tighten around gods and titans alike. Join us in the next chapter as Gaia brings forth Uranos, and the firmament arches above the earth for the very first time. Subscribe for more epic journeys. Visit myth2myth.com and discover all our products.